So hello guys, I thought I would do a day-to-day reading vlog for a book in a trilogy that I absolutely despise. I believe I gave the first book 1 star and the second book 2 stars, so who knows, maybe this will get 3 stars. I'm probably only going to check in once a day, but you know, it is quarantine life. In fact, I'm wearing a Christmas shirt, just so you guys know how much I care. I realize that has nothing to do with how many times a day I'm going to check in, but what I was trying to say is I have a lot of free time now, so this is going to be special. Well, it's just be like my least favorite book, but I read it in a day just because I'm bored. Okay, I am on page 18, and this sentence that I'm not sure whether I should laugh at or cringe at. I think everybody needs to hear this. Her dislike was as clear as freshly Windex glass. So I'm officially closing out for day 1, and I read up to page 64. So basically all that has happened is we found out that they can't really see each other anymore, which we kind of already knew from the jacket description, but whatever. Personally think they're making the right decision, but for the sake of drama, we all know Dusty won't see it that way. Also, we have the dream, which was creepy and very well written, so kudos to mindeearnett for that. And the real point, and that, I don't know, maybe they'll all set it up, but just on this page, we have seen Lance again. And Lance was mean to Dusty, as usual, and I know that Celine has feelings for Lance. I'm not trying to invalidate that in any way, but just because you have feelings for somebody doesn't mean you should act on them. Definitely since Lance is kind of... Celine deserves better than Lance. And I really don't feel like Lance is truly making an effort to be better. He might be, but I don't know. He'll have to grow on me before I can really ship him and Celine. Just, I don't know. I always sort of got the feeling that in their first relationship, he didn't really treat Celine right. So to see Celine go back to Lance kind of feels like a little... I can't even think of the right word. It just feels like you're going the wrong way. You're doing the wrong thing. You're not approving. You're like disproving. There's gotta be a word for that. I'll remember it right when I finish this video. And my camera's like shaking. Well, I've been hitting my bed tons of times because I'm angry about Lance. Just Lance is probably one of my least favorite characters. Oh, and they also have a prediction. It says that one of her friends is accused of murder in the little jacket description thingy. But yep. To make matters worse, one of Dusty's friends is accused of murder. Yeah. Okay. So really betting that is Paul. That it's Paul. Because, you know, they had to bring him back into the story somehow. And if, I think his uncle was killed in his cell, so Paul would be, a good candidate for that, so probably really thinks that Paul probably did kill him, but, whatever. It seems like something Paul would do. Paul's character was written kind of weirdly. Like, I know you can expect somebody to be a whole different person after they betrayed you, he really felt like a whole different person. If that makes sense, like he was a bit more geeky and straightforward in the second book than the first. I guess he was always a geek. But he really didn't seem to have a good handle on, like, emotions. Like, he was very straightforward. This is what happens. And I kind of feel like, no offense, but people who are like that usually can't lie very well. So, but that was just a random thought. I'm ranting. I'll sign off for now. So, day 3, and I'm on page 80, and we just found out, well, that her mom was being accused of murder, which I find that it's a little weird that it says one of her friends, and I know that her mom is her friend, but not 100% sure why I didn't just say her mom, but you know, things only I think about. Also, it mentions, kind of weird and very unnecessary, but it mentions that Sheriff Brackenberry used to date Dusty's mom, and she says that she's a friend in the police department. Interesting information. Maybe an old spark between Sheriff Brackenberry and Dusty's mom could be reunited. That would be weird and completely unnecessary, but most things in this book series are. So, day 2, I got to page 86, as you guys can see. Maybe. Probably gonna be on the other side of me, just because I pointed there. But I can see how she's trying to make a lance redeemable. I wouldn't exactly say it's working, but you know, whatever. Oh yeah, and they have this new murder plot with her mom, which honestly, I can't believe more people don't think that Paul did it, but I don't know, maybe there's a reason they don't think that. Is Paul just not going to be a part of this? That would be interesting. There's still, like, 298, nope, 294. I can math. Pages left, probably. So, I didn't really read anything interesting today, except I like I think she's their biology teacher. She seems to be pretty cool. And I want them all to get a little pet dragon or something. That would be cute. But yeah, I have no thoughts. Probably because we only have like 22 pages today. I'll do better tomorrow, hopefully. Okay, guys. Day 3, I believe, and I got to page 118. So yeah, that made sense. I'm sorry. I'll focus, I swear. I can't remember what happened, honestly, other than she just found out that she should probably take Belenax out of the, glamour. Oh, and she attacked, Katrina, which honestly, shocked it didn't happen sooner. Katrina's kind of a, you know, and, wow. I mean, I know she's a nightmare and all, but there's gotta be other dark kind for Katrina to make fun of. I don't know. But other than that, I really have no thoughts, but I do have no idea who actually killed Titus Kirkwood. Think it might be Paul. I can't wait for her to finally read his emails, but yeah, I think that's actually like it. Yeah, no thoughts really. Usually I have a theory by this point and I don't, so maybe it's a sign that this book is better writing. Honestly, I can't tell. You guys want to know something fun? I only read 14 pages today. It was an important 14 pages because Paul finally showed up. mean, I was waiting for him. And I thought the man at the biology place, who turned out to be Paul, was just Marrow. Yeah, just Marrow. But he wasn't. So I suppose that's good. But it really makes me wonder whether Marrow's actually going to be an important part of this book. He should be. And yeah. Oh, though, I just ended with Paul being like, oh, but don't tell Eli. And I'm sitting there like, that's not going to end up well, though. Does anybody realize how poorly that's going to end up? Definitely because Eli is like a detective and he could really use Paul's new information. And when is she getting the flash drive out of that flower pot? Like, come on. So yeah, in all honesty, I only got to page 137, so not a lot to comment on. Though I do find it interesting about Eli's dreams, how they're both having dreams about Eli hurting, oh my gosh, she's the main character, Dusty, Eli hurting Dusty, but I don't know how they're really gonna sum that up, because I doubt she had the guts to actually make her main ship be, evil. Not evil, that's not the right word, but you know what I'm trying to say. To make her main ship be corrupt, abusive. I know a lot of authors make their main ship abusive. Just make it non-canon. Yes, that is probably the best word to describe it. Make it break up, not happen, for healthy reasons. That'd actually be nice and refreshing, mainly since I don't ship Dusty and Eli. And yeah, is that really all we learned? Because I just got off at the part where Lance was like, yeah, you can borrow my laptop. Only has this great unicorn kebab, but that's not the point. And I do love, and I kind of support the decision, how Paul was like, well, just don't tell Eli. And then the first thing she does is like, well, I'm gonna tell Eli. Because I don't know why Eli couldn't know. Like, he is a future detective in the works, like, if anyone should know, it's Eli. And I think Eli has a right to be concerned. I hope it's not just, jealousy concern and like concern. I think I was pronouncing that wrong. And yeah. I mean, not a lot to talk about because, I only read 5 pages. I promise, I'll read more soon. I almost didn't read it all today, but managed to get 5 pages in. Okay, I read a lot today, well, compared to how much I usually read. I think almost 90 pages. And considering that yesterday I read 4, that's a bit better. Sorry, I'm getting a little sick. While for reading so much, there isn't really a lot to talk about. Other than I trust Paul, but I think that may be a mistake. I don't think Corvus killed Dusty's mom either, because that wouldn't make sense. Because they suspect him. And yeah, that's just kind of a reminder update. And also, I know she wouldn't actually. A lot of their dream stuff is making me think that maybe mindeearnett would be cool enough to go through with the actually having one of them die at the end. Or they both die at the end. Or having them find out they can't be together. Something like that would be cool. And the only reason I suspect Paul Paul, yes, that is his name, who is that he mentioned that it was a snake eating Titus, and a snake is kind of another word for, like, a trader, and I'd say Paul's kind of a snake, so yeah. Am I wearing the same jacket I wore yesterday? I probably am, I swear. It's a different day. My pants are different. The pajama pants, I'm not going to show you that, but yeah. I did read yesterday. I just, was up playing video games. It got too late for me to vlog. The Last of Us gets intense. But, yesterday I read to page 239, and today I read to page 266, I believe. Probably should have checked this before I filmed. Yes, 266. So, I must say, I'm actually kind of interested, which doesn't happen a lot in this book series. But what I'm interested in is the 3 outcomes. I know that it's not going to end with anybody actually dying or anything, but I think it would be interesting just to see how she fixes it, if that makes sense. See how she makes one of the futures seem misleading. I'm thinking if any future's it's going to be the second one, because that's the only one where nobody actually gets killed. It's just, oh no, my camera is, like, dying. Oh great, my camera is mad at me. And my screen probably just darkened, just to ignore what just happened. But, the point is that, oh my goodness, that I think that second reality is, or future, is misleading. Also, I know they're trying to make us like Lance more. It's kind of working, but I still don't ship him with Celine. And I think I had something else to comment on, but I forgot it, and my camera is dying. So, I just realized I cut off so abruptly, I didn't say bye. But, yeah, bye, and I need to go charge my camera. I don't even usually say bye. I don't even know why I record this, but hey, you get to see it. So, I read to page 287 today, and all I can really say is that Eli missing is good. I'm getting a little more attached to Lance, because I was a little worried for him when he had, like, blood. That's not good. When he got injured. Oh yeah, what's happening? I should probably start with that. My biggest flaw is the fact that I never actually let people know what I'm talking about. Because obviously you guys don't have the page numbers, memorized. Sorry. There are people walking. It's making me self-conscious. We're gonna be a little bit quieter now. What are they doing? Okay, they're gone now. Sorry. Once again, not editing anything, so this is gonna be great. She's right about, like, literally right about to go into Corvus's house, and honestly, I don't suspect Corvus of literally anything, so I don't know what they're gonna learn. I feel like they're gonna learn something that's misleading. Hopefully give me a clue who the heck is doing this stuff. Part of me wonders if it's Eli himself, because not using magic to kill, and they mentioned that the weapon he used in the vision or in the dream to stab Dusty was the same weapon used in Titus, and I'm not 100% sure how he could have gone past the fences, maybe because he's just a conductor, like not a true magic kind. But yeah, don't think it's Corvus. Could be Eli, but he's gotta be possessed or something. Oh, I love possession. That's always so much fun. Yeah, not too many thoughts. I didn't read too much today. I don't read as much as I thought I did. That's really what I've realized. So I'm actually keeping track. So I guess, if nobody watches this, we've learned something good. AKA, don't read as much as I thought I did, which is actually bad, not good. Maybe it's because, like, I've had 2 really big assignments coming up because I've already been online schooled, so I don't know what you guys want to know about personal life. I should realize that a lot of booktube vloggers talk about their personal life, but they're a lot more fun than I am, so I'm going now. Bye. Hi, so today I actually got to page 340, and a lot has happened. Like, a lot. Technically, I didn't read all of it today. I read some of it really late last night. But, you know, it's fine. You guys don't care, nor did you need all that information. But basically, what happened was, Celine was like, oh my gosh, it's Paul. Then it turned out it was a shifter, whose main shape was Mr. Derville, the hot teacher guy, whose betrayal I should have seen coming, but I didn't, and I actually didn't see any of that coming, and my goodness, I was going somewhere with this. Oh yeah, the plot, and then we found out that Paul was kind of working with him, but also kind of not, which, I mean, so disappointed in Paul, but whatever. Oh, then she almost stabbed Eli, which, can I just say, bothers me, because that's so misleading. Like, they were fighting in the visions, so clearly the visions were wrong. Like, they were fighting when she stabbed Eli. And what version did she put him into a sleep dream thing? And what version did he stab? I could kind of see if, like, she had been captured instead of Eli, I guess. But she's the one with the sword. It's just, maybe we'll clear that up. I still have 40 pages left, and Mare hasn't even been defeated yet. Is it wrong that part of me is just like, what if Eli just died? Like, and I know that it actually had stakes, and then I would regret thinking that because that was awful. I fully expect Paul to die. And I think that her mom is going to do something, because I don't know what her mom did, but I just got to the point where her mom woke up and kind of, like, saw that was happening, but the Red Warlock hasn't realized her yet. And yeah, I mean, I'd say all the plot twists shocked me a lot. The Dreamseer thing, curse. I'm about to say maddens me. I'm not even sure what I was supposed to say, but makes me mad. Maddens me. Angers me would be more correct. Maybe I was trying to say both at the same time. That could be it. Not that that's any. Is it shaking? It shouldn't be shaking. Is it shaking? I never had this problem before, and then lately it's just been, oh, well, gee, that's why. I had my blanket underneath it. Well, yeah, if I tap it, it's gonna shake. I'm not even gonna edit that out. You guys get that, because apparently people like that kind of stuff, and I'm too lazy to edit anything. And I think there's somebody outside who just heard all of that. Anyway, think Paul's gonna die, think Eli's gonna live. A little salty that Celine and Lance aren't there. Is it still shaking? Are you kidding me? Why is it shaking? Whatever. Oh my gosh, it shook again. I'm mad. And I've talked for 4 minutes, so. And half of that was about my camera shaking. Anyway, mad at Paul. Bitter that Lance isn't there. Paul's gonna die. Eli's gonna live with some healing magic somehow. Hopefully it ain't too cheesy. Hopefully they'll explain why her visions didn't have... Her visions were very misleading. Lady Elaine, is that her name? The dream future seer lady. I need to stop. Goodbye. So I finished it today after 11 days, which is kind of a long time to read a book. And I found out I only read an average of 34 pages a day, which is slightly scary, but it's fine. Paul's dead, which is, you know, a little saddening, mainly because he probably wasn't my favorite character. Definitely isn't the best character to look up to morally, but he's probably the most interesting character. I feel like his death could have been a little bit more, I don't know. Redemption movie? That sounds wrong. You don't have to earn redemption. Like, you know, forgiveness isn't something to be earned. That's why it's not called for earnness. But and I feel like at first his death is overshadowed a little bit by the fact that everyone thought Eli was gonna die. But obviously, like, I think everybody reading it knew that Eli actually wasn't going to die. So happy that Celine showed up. A little shocked that she didn't have Lance show up, but Lance is never my favorite, so I really don't care. It disturbed me a little bit at how Dusty was just willing to die. I mean, like, I guess if you want to get technical, Paul died for Dusty, but it seems a little bit different because, I mean, Dusty wasn't already dead. Does that make sense? Like, Eli was already dead, and obviously things worked out. It just didn't feel like the best message. And for some reason, all I could think about was the Avengers, we don't trade lives. And it just kind of, always thought that line was cheesy, but now I get it. It's just, like, what was she thinking? I mean, if she had died, then Eli would just have this immense guilt his whole life. Dying was almost like the easier thing in that situation. I mean, in front of her mom, too. That's awful. Her mom has every right to be mad. But I mean, I like the way they did things, and apparently the curse is gone now. But I like how they were willing to break it. It just felt a little ridiculous, because I mean, I know some high school sweethearts end up getting married, but I mean, they're like 2. I think they're 17. But still, it's kind of young to be like, forever. It felt a bit like I was reading Twilight, and I like Twilight. Don't come after me, but I do like Twilight. But every other series I mess by Twilight, I'm just saying they're like, that's so lame. That's stupid. You're 2. Go to college. Don't fall in love. And I ended up getting the book 2 out of 5 stars. Which is weird because, like, I feel like this, like, intense emotion. So I give a book 3 out of 5 stars if I like it. So I kept on thinking, but I must like it. But I didn't like the book. I mean, it was okay. I didn't hate it. It wasn't like I